See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that little bygone. Boy, the ass need to stop and ask you to drop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. See the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Like we all come together. They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss. Ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
I got you. Let it vibe real quick. Look.
The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fierce taste sweet, told him make me an apple crisp. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evans to a mall quad, telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Poke a sock, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Never light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, so tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them other niggas rap, I make anthems. I really seen prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo. Spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara down, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence, yeah. Seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the standing tail. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side?
Yes, I
See
did.
a man reach out to God before he died?
Yes, I did.
I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. Hope my son, I hit your head on it. Fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky, that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. They play my niggas, lay you down, they all down to ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's a Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm strapped in a pistol. I get the order, be glad at this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' a different breed of black man. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make us great. Like, don't forget about my face, we sticking up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some records will never take up as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that, we with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back. Oh Lord, and everything that they stole from us, fuck the shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. We unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the system. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be fresh as hell, take a picture. And we professional now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the group with the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's long. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by niggas, I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah.
Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We've been establishing teaching truth since 1969 under Command and General Yohana. This is the Monday Night History class. I know we're doing stuff with history, but I kind of want to dive in for one last week or so, at least, about the Christian nationalism and what is it really? Like, the term is new, but what is Christian nationalism? If y'all got any input or if you want to give it a shot, type your questions in the comment. And also, if you got any questions, just raise your hand or type in your questions in the comment section. And I'll do my best to, get to all your questions. So we got a cool little class for y'all today. Next week I'm gonna bring out some stuff about color scriptures in the Bible. Showing proof about the color scriptures in the Bible, how the Jews were black and stuff in that nature. As far as this week, I got a couple of videos I want to play. We're going to be talking about Christian nationalism, how it's always been around. Christian nationalism, the term is new, the body of work isn't. And this been done in the Bible since the beginning of time, since we've been here. So, this type of behaviors has been in the Bible. So we're going to be discussing that and bring out a couple of articles. All right, go ahead, you got a question?
You had asked what is Christian nationalism?
Did you look it up? No, you supposed to say what you thinking, man. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna let you look it up. You do a brief summary. Can you see the TV? Is the TV to on? Okay, fine. I ain't know if you can see it from right. I need to turn it over so you can.
Okay.
All right. So your so Christian nationalism, that's what we're gonna be discussing. Uh, we're gonna go from there. Of course, I got a few scriptures for y'all and to explain why it is that you see so many pastors, primarily black ones, speaking out against the Charlie Kirks of the world. It's not by accident. Of course, you got your few turncoats, the few that wants to still get that penny from massa. But there's a lot of pastors who are now slowly they're doing this, but slowly they're now wanting to, acknowledge that the Jews are black. Some things are actually wrong and you shouldn't do. Not know you're pro the Rainbow Coalition, not you're pro the drug dealer, you're pro the OnlyFans, you're pro 305 behavior, you're pro, you know what I'm saying, stealing. So very few of them, but there's few far in between that they're now starting to speak out and condemn wicked behavior. And it's just a small few. If this is a nudge, they get to about right there. Silver from right here to right there. Just that look. But I just want to make sure I bring that out real quick. So I got a what is Christian nationalism? So let's go ahead and dive into that real quick. Let me share my screen. All righty. Go ahead with your definition that you got.
Okay. What is the concept of Christian nationalism? American Christian nationalism is based on a worldview that America is superior to other countries and that such superiority is divinely established.
So go ahead. So if you going.
So,
So with that, that's just one definition. They believe that America is superior. Well, America do believe that she's superior to every other race. Guess who else she believes she's superior to? The Most High God. They got a Space Force. They definitely believe that they are superior to God's chosen people, as in the 12 tribes of Israel. So we got that as well. There is a lot going on with the Christian nationalism, and it's been a big push. So I got right here from Britannica, and we're going to go over just a little bit of it. And then I want to make sure I play. Like I said, I got some videos I want to play. Um, I got some because the Christian nationalism, like I said, the term far as what has been called is not new, but this is no different from. Let's see who can I say. This is no different from the Quakers. You might heard of the Quakers?
especially the old settlers.
The old settlers con. This is no different from the Pilgrims. This is no different from any other religious sect or group. I got this on. Thwart. So, that being said, uh, yeah, this is no different from any other of those groups. Like I said, the term is new, but who they are and what they do isn't. Huh?
Oh,
Oh yeah, con. Yeah. So there's nothing new with Christian nationalism. It's just a new big push because now you can attach a president to it. It's kind of like I'm gonna do a comparison to the UPK. It's one thing, okay, with the Christian nationalism, nothing with the Christian nationalism, there's nothing positive about it. So it's kind of like a lot of people say they love God and fear God, so you're Christians, but now you join like a group. So now it'll be you're Christian nationalists. So now you're separate from the group. No different from like the Ku Klux Klan. We're Christians, but we're part of the Klan though. We're these type of Christians. So now you got presidents talking about their Christian nationalism. Like it's those who want to exclude themselves from like the group. One analogy could be is like you find out you're a Hebrew Israelite, or are you part of the UPK? Because we're the only ones teaching the truth, right?
one of them, not one of those.
And we're one of them and not one of those. I'm him. That part. Himothy. God, yeah, Himothy. I am one of them, not one of those. But yeah, so that's what it is with the Christian nationalism. So I wanted to bring out just a little bit of the definition. Um, so let me go right here. Let's see. Given the diversity, the Christians' beliefs worldwide, it comes as no surprise that there will be established set and beliefs among Christian nationalism as the extent to which the state should support Christianity. The Christian nationalist visions varies not only by country, as American Christian nationalism, for example, will likely not desire a state church, whereas the English Christian nationalists might, but often by individuals. Among the government policies, a Christian nationalist might desire as a display of Christian symbols for public property, a dedication for time for prayer in public schools, government findings for religion institutions. A Christian interpretation of history is a public school curricula, the outlawing of abortions and restrictions on non-Christian immigrations. And hold on. And the policy of what some Christians consider to be immoral behavior, which almost always includes the suppression of the LGBTQ plus people. Regardless of policy, the goal is to privilege Christianity in the public square. They said they want to they said almost always suppress the immoral behavior. So these are your groups of Christians who wants to be separate, who wants to add this to the church, who want this to be regulated by the government. And what's one reason why I brought this out? Because there's one person who it wants to be pro-government. He's a staunch MAGA supporter. He is a individual who says at one point in time he wants to be a Bible inside of every school. He wants to talk in every grade, and he's a political figure, a superintendent. But I'm gonna point out his hypocrisy. But this is what the Christian nationalism is. So for those y'all who was asking or wondering, like, what's the big deal with Charlie Kirk? This is it. He's a Christian nationalist, and that's their goals. They want it to be done. They want Christianity to be mandated by the state, by the government, and they want to exclude certain members of certain immoral behavior. Now that's something I can agree on. The immoral behavior. So, so with that being said, like I said, the term is new, but there is no difference for them and the Ku Klux Klan and the Baptists and the Jehovah Witness and the Quakers, the Pilgrims, because these individuals held like their own beliefs. Some decided that it should be part of the state. Some say it shouldn't be part of the state. Some think you can be a Christian and have immoral behavior, like all your Christian pastors. Some say you can't be like that, like the UPK. So that's the Christian nationalism. Now, also, I have a video, as y'all have already heard, or may not, that it was a group of people who decided to come on campus and try to provoke young Black students. And it was met with a beautiful end, which I'm going to play that video as well. And all these videos that I'm going to be playing ties into the Christian nationalism. All right. So that's why I titled class, What About Christian Nationalism? And we're going to tell you at the end of class, what the hell about it? It's just another smokescreen to get people to try some of the new hot fad. People are still trying to reinvent fallen ways to get to God when there was only one way to get to God, to the Most High God. All right, so let me see what I want to go over first. Let me just go ahead and start with our video. So let me start with this real quick first. Let me share this tab instead. It says Oklahoma MAGA superintendent who demanded Bibles in class faces investigations after TV in his office shows unclothed women. What is unclothed women? I tell you, AKA porn, AKA the biggest hypocrite. And hold on, let's see. Hold on, Salaki. Let me get back. Go in 1 second.
We're going to make an important announcement today regarding the Bible
Hold
and
on,
the Ten
1
Commandments.
second, y'all. Let me play this video for y'all real quick. Hold up. So y'all can see what we're dealing with. All right, I got it. Okay, come. Let's see.
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So
My staff has been looking at Oklahoma statute. We're going to make an important announcement today regarding the Bible and the Ten Commandments. My staff has been looking at Oklahoma statute. We've been looking at Oklahoma academic standards.
Cambodia and Armenia, it was just starting and it was.
Your countries are being ruined.
I fear that we will not.
It's time.
Overdose in Nashville is a big problem. It's getting better.
We're going to make an important announcement today regarding the Bible and the Ten Commandments. My staff has been looking at Oklahoma statute. We've been looking at Oklahoma academic standards. And it's crystal clear to us that in the Oklahoma academic standards, under Title 70, multiple occasions, the Bible is a necessary historical document to teach our kids about the history of this country, to have a complete understanding of Western civilization, to have an understanding of the basis of our legal system, and it's frankly
this season.
All right, so like hopefully y'all heard that. So he says he wants to put the Bible in school because it's a basic part of history. And with that Bible, when you read that Bible, that has moral behaviors in it. It has a moral compass, a moral code. It has the do's and the do not. God, okay, let me I don't know what I'm gonna go into. So let me go into who this individual is. So let me see. Hopefully, y'all can still see this icon. Y'all can. Let me zoom in for y'all real quick. It says Oklahoma's Trump-loving top school official, known for mandating Bibles in every classroom, is now facing investigation after naked women were seen on TVs in his office, according to reports. What should have been a Mudane Oklahoma State Board of Education executive session Thursday turned a shocking after board members saw naked women appear on the TV screen behind Ryan Walters, the Oklahoma State Superintendent of Public Instruction and board chair, in his office. Now, what would that have to do with this guy? Now, why is this important? The Christian nationalism or nationalists wants it to be mandated by the state to teach Christianity. And he wants a Bible inside of every classroom because he said it's an important part of history. All right. So Christian nationalists, they're already working. Like it just became very, I'm not going to say it just become very popular, but it's been a heavy push by those like the Charlie Kirks of the world. So with that being said, now you're seeing a lot more people want to pick up his torch and push the reason furthermore. Now you're gonna start seeing more and more Christian nationalists pop up. You'll see more and more everyone has to, it's the new hot topic, it's the new thing to talk about, it's the new pizzazz, it's the new things that get you riled up. So I'm gonna got this video, and of course I'm gonna get into some scriptures, and we're just gonna go into it. And we're going to start off with this right here.
Is now getting underway following bombshell allegations against State Superintendent Ryan Walters. 2 state school board members insist they saw images of naked women on a TV in Walters' office.
The same man who for years has claimed school libraries are full of books containing porn and vowed to remove them. These shocking claims first came to light this afternoon in a report by the Oklahoman and then the online publication Non-Doc.
Now, Walters has not directly addressed the allegations, but already Oklahoma's top Republican lawmakers say it's time to find out the facts about this. News 4's Spencer Humphrey picks it up from here. Spencer?
Yeah, guys, State Superintendent Ryan Walters, of course, is famous for his unfounded claims alleging schools were showing students porn and that he was going to get rid of it. Well, tonight, 2 members.
Hold on, I hate to be the one that constantly pauses videos, but I have to say this. He made his name by saying, you know, the schools are showing explicit books and explicit content, and he wants to get rid of it. That's his name. And there's a scripture I'm going to pull out about him. As a matter of fact, I'm going to 2 Timothy 3 and 5. Let me pull that up for y'all. But this individual made his name for bashing explicit content. Second Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. Huh. Kind of 2 Timothy 3 and 5. So, man, I'm having the scripture ready. But so with him, with this filthy piece of garbage, Constance, I got you checking in. With that filthy piece of garbage, like I said, he made his name about saying how schools are showing explicit content. So how the irony of him being on investigation for explicit content. I'm gonna go back and let the article play some more, or the news article.
Members of Oklahoma's state school board say it wasn't in a school where they saw graphic nude images being played, but rather on a TV inside Ryan Walters' own office during an official state meeting. Now the state is investigating, and a warning: the details we're about to share are graphic. A bombshell headline from the Oklahoman Friday. Oklahoma State School Board members claiming they saw images of naked women playing on a TV inside State Superintendent Ryan Walters' office during Thursday's State School Board meeting. Board members Ryan Dethridge and Becky Carson telling the Oklahoman it all happened during the closed session portion of the meeting while a family was appealing a school transfer denial before Walters and the board. As the family talked, Dethridge and Carson say they looked up and saw those nude images playing on a TV mounted on a wall directly behind Walters. I was just in shock, Dethridge told the Oklahoman. I was being human and I didn't know what to think. Carson dumbfounded too, telling the Oklahoman every part of the women's bodies were completely exposed and easy to make out, saying, I saw them just walking across the screen and I'm like, no, what in the world am I watching? Dethridge later told Non-Doc.
She said, what in the world is she watching? Porn, explicit, OnlyFans, explicit content. So, like, I just had to interject on that real quick. But this is your Christian nationalists. The Christian nationalism is nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. Like I said, the term is new, but the behavior is the same. It's the new name, a new face for the old behavior. Like, no difference from, like, it's crazy. I was on Facebook. So like to a side segue real quick, but I got to bring this out. A guy shared, like, like be like, someone make like a post, and then like, someone will comment on it, and then they'll screenshot that comment and like reshare the whole post. So a chick was like, I'm into financial dating. Like if you're not dating without making no money or whatever, we can't talk. And the guy was like, y'all keep coming up with new terms for prostitution. And that's just what it is. It's the same exact thing. The term is new, but the behavior is the same. Yeah, financial dating is what she called it. You want to date me, you got to pay me. That's just a new way to say you're a prostitute. Y'all keep coming up with new terms for prostitution. Go ahead.
It's like the only difference is they got a pimp.
They ain't got a pimp. They don't have a pimp. Like, and that's just what that is. Like, someone has to. You have to be able to call balls and strikes. That's what you have to do. You got to be able to call balls and strikes. That you can't keep. You cannot keep saying these new terms. Like one has to be the same. Like it should be no more. How many times can you reinvent the wheel? I don't think you can. Like once it's the wheel, you might add some, different grooves to it. It might be to, go in the mud, it might be to go in the snow, it might be made for like racing, but there is no new invention to the wheel. It's just a wheel. You just added features to it to do a certain task or a certain job. And now with these 304s, they're coming up with new ways to be called the same thing. And why am I bringing that point out? It's because the Christian nationalists, they're nothing but your Ku Klux Klan. They're nothing but the Quakers. They're nothing but the Pilgrims. You keep coming up with new terms to be the same exact devil that you are. And now we're going to go into the scriptures. We're going to go to 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. Let me share my... All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead and read it.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Timothy 3 and 5. Having a form of godliness.
So let me tell you something about that superintendent and your Charlie Kirks of the world, your Christian nationalism, and your MAGA supporters, and the Mr. MAGA himself. You have a form of godliness, just like your pastors, just like your members of the LGBTQIA plus, the Rainbow Coalition, just like your child PDF. They're just like your 304s.
Right.
Just like the drug dealer that got the cross on his neck that says, God knows my heart. Like, y'all act like I got a form of godliness. Keep going.
But denying the power thereof.
Let me tell you something. When you don't serve the Most High by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, meaning like you stop coming up with new terms for prostitution, talking about under the umbrella of financial dating. When you stop, when you put that pack down, and you say, you know what, I ain't gonna push this no more. Go ahead.
Like you said, she said the term financial dating. The reason why they try to come up with these other terms is because they know what they're doing is wrong. They really, deep down inside, they really ashamed of what they're doing. But they're trying to make it, like you said, they're trying to justify what they're doing, knowing that they don't want to do what they're doing.
You know what? That's heavy. That's real heavy you said that because deep down they know that nonsense is wrong. Deep down they know, like, you know what? At the end of the day, and this is what it got to boil down to. Like I said, we call balls and strikes, right? You're just a hoe.
Right.
No matter how you put it, see what they do is you have this whore, right? And I'm gonna use I saw this on Boondocks. All right, I'm gonna paraphrase it too. Uncle Rucky was like, I don't care how much makeup and lipstick and weave you put on that black woman, she's still a monkey.
Right.
He said, how you gonna dress it up like sisters? You still a whore. You still a whore. Christian nationalism or Christian nationalists, you're still the Pilgrims. You're still the Ku Klux Klan. You are still the Quakers. You are still the scribes. You're still the Pharisees. You are still the individuals who hates God's chosen people and you hates God's laws. You are still the murderers. Slaka, you're still the leaders. You are still the Rainbow Coalition. You are still the child PDF. You are still the child corn. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's what you still are. No matter how many times you put makeup on it, how many times you put a new wig on it, like you still the same thing. For the drug dealers, I don't care how much turkeys you buy for Thanksgiving, you still a lousy sleazeball. Stuff like that. So this is what we got to deal with. Or this is what they've been dealing with. And what we're gonna have to do is, like I said, you gotta call ball strikes. We gotta have to get rid of all these terms and really have to address it under this umbrella of, are you this or are you that? Like with women, is either she a hoe or she isn't. There's no in between. She might say she used to be one and she stopped. It's either you're a whore or you're not. That financial dating, that women empowerment, our freedom, what can you do for me? Women's rights, feminism, and all this other stuff. No, you're still a whore. Just a hoe. You Christian nationalist, oh, you want to push the Bible, you want to act like you love God, but you still watch OnlyFans on your TV. How much you want to love God and push the agenda of having a Bible in every classroom because it's a moral ethic. Let's come on. Keep on. Reread in the middle of Timothy 3 and 5.
Kind on kind. But denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Verse 6.
Oh, Slack. My bad. Slack. Reread them. Okay. Start off by the denying.
But denying the power thereof.
See, they deny the Most High. Like, you don't want to really serve the Most High because serving the Most High means that you might lose your slavery. Serving the Most High means that it was fun sleeping with that whore. You can't do it no more. It was that money coming so fast when you trapping, you getting all that quick money. For the women who sell news, who's into financial dating, all them, you take a little picture and you put it on OnlyFans, and everyone's sending you money to watch. All else quick money for you. No, you deny the power when you do this. Keep going.
From such turn away.
Come.
Verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins.
Come. So notice it said silly women. These people are silly. All right. We're gonna drop that. Give me Matthew 6 and 2. Like I said, I had some scriptures for y'all. Like I said, these individuals who does this type of behavior, this is what they're all about, which is nothing.
This is the book of Matthew 6 and 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogue.
Like, let's not be a hypocrite. Let's not say one thing and do another like your superintendent. I'm gonna pause this scripture and let's go back to this video real quick. Salah. He into vintage. He into vintage new watching. This is old. He got a fetish for old stuff.
I was very stern, like I'd been a mother or a classroom teacher, and I said, "What am I watching? Turn it off now." Deathridge told the Oklahoman Walters immediately stood up and turned it off, never acknowledging or apologizing for what happened. Carson telling Non-Doc Walters blew it off, acting like he'd just been caught in an embarrassing situation. On Friday, Deathridge and Carson both told the Oklahoman, given Walters' history of threatening to strip teachers of their certificates for much lesser offenses, they'd like to consider stripping Walters of his teaching certification, something attorney and former state school board member Tim Gilpin also thinks could be appropriate.
You know, if this had been a teacher, I'm pretty certain that they would have been immediately suspended and proceedings would have been brought to review it. And then if it turned out to be true, they'd be dismissed.
We found Oklahoma's state employment policy strictly prohibits state employees from accessing obscene or sexually explicit material on state devices. The policy saying failure to comply could lead to disciplinary action up to and including termination of employment. On Friday, Oklahoma Senate President Pro Tem Lonnie Paxton announced the state's Office of Management and Enterprise Services is opening its own investigation inquiry. Paxton saying the board members' accountability accounts of what happened paint a strange, unsettling scene that demands clarity and transparency. House Speaker Kyle Hilbert also saying an expeditious third-party review is warranted. I urge the state superintendent to unlock and turn over all relevant devices and fully cooperate with an investigation.
Superintendent Walters needs to address it honestly and frankly as quickly as possible. Because we certainly do not need a state official, certainly the superintendent of public education, doing these kinds of things.
We reached out to Walter's office, but nobody responded to us. An OSDE spokesperson did respond to the Oklahoman, calling their report a junk tabloid lie, sending them a statement saying any number of people have access to these offices. You have a hostile board who will say and do anything except tell the truth. And now the Wocklahoman, as the spokesperson wrote it, is reporting on an alleged random TV cable image. And we
hypocrites. Then you got two, now, who knows what's really happened, but you got two devils attesting that they saw with a story that's corroborating with what each one was saying about what they saw on the TV, which is him with some old vintage, unclothed women. And like they said he's terminated teachers for far less. Salakia. So that's what the scripture said. They talk about these hypocrites. You got something to say? Go ahead.
What's so crazy while listening, I heard what he said. He said, what it is, people that's political in other states. Right? He said if they got something sexually explicit with minors in their phone, in their state phones, personal consent. So what if it's in their personal phone? Do they still get held accountable?
You don't get held accountable. Okay, you're not allowed to do those type of images or something like that on state property. But if it's your phone, that's your property. Now, let's say it's on your phone, but you played it on the TV at school. That's now considered state property because he's using their email or their TV. Go ahead.
But wouldn't it still be a crime?
If he's watching vintage OnlyFans, 1960 broads, 1960 whores.
So he was like porn.
Well, they didn't say that. They said it was unclothed women, but the scene was like, no, it was on his TV in his office. But what they said was the scene that they saw was like unclothed women, and the background was like teachers on the table, or the background's like people from like the 1960s. So they could have had some vintage stuff where, like, she might have had her hair curled a certain way, how they wore their hair in the 60s. Yeah, but they said she was naked, unclothed. That's what they both said when they spoke to the Oklahoma. They both had a corroborated story that they both been consistent with what they were saying, and he called it just a tabloid lie. That's the same thing Trump says, oh, that's a lie. Without giving any proof. He refused to answer anyone's phone calls or return any phone calls, and he did not give up that phone like they said. That he didn't get it up. So that's what we're dealing with now. So they didn't give it up. So that's what I'm saying. They want him to quickly return that property so they can go through it and look at the images. All they got to do is, even if he deletes it, I think they have a way of still searching like your history somehow. Yeah, so they might find out that he has been watching vintage unclothed women from the 1960s. Who the hell knows? Like, that's how these hypocrites get down. All right, keep going on that verse.
Kind. This is the book of Matthew 6, chapter 6 and 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet there. Do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may be
They may be glory of men.
That they may be glory of men. Verily, I say unto you, they have their reward.
Come on. Drop down from 2. Let's go to verse 5.
Kind. Verse 5.
And this is important because remember, the Christian nationalist, he wants to put a Bible in every classroom, but you got naked women with the style from the 1960s on your TV, and let me tell you something. Let's say it's true, right? Who the hell knows if it is or isn't? I haven't followed up behind it to see if he got suspended or terminated based on whatever they may have found. Let's just say it is true. You didn't have enough decency. Because remember, they're in a board meeting to talk about suspending somebody right or for like an appeal.
Right.
You couldn't wait until the day is over for you to go watch Raj from the 1960s. You couldn't say you telling me it was so important you had to. Well, let me see what she got going on. There we go. Screen share. Oh yeah, we having a little break. Let me see what they got going on. And then you see two of your other board members walk in. They said he just played it off like nothing happened. He just casually turned it on off. Yeah, as we were talking about the meeting, like they like, you're not going to address this. We see naked bras from the 1960s on your goddamn TV. Could you explain that? Like nothing ever happened. These are your hypocrites that Christ is telling us about. We cannot be like them. Let's go ahead and read Matthew 6 and 5. Salaki.
Kind. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets.
Let me tell you something. He said, when you pray, don't be like how the hypocrites are. How do hypocrites pray? Well, like your MAGA supporters. Go ahead.
They want everybody to see him.
They want it. Go ahead, slide.
They go do something on the street corner and well, did y'all see what I did today? I gave somebody $1.
Yeah, they want to be acknowledged. They want you to know what they done did. They're gonna have a party because they gave some. They're gonna spend about $45 to buy all these balloons and accessories because they gave somebody $2. They want to show it. That's what they do. They want to get the recognition. They want to show everybody this is what we doing. I did this small deed today. I'm sowing my seed. That's how these hypocrites do. Like they got to do it for everybody. They got to pray in tongues. They got to do your backflips and cartwheels inside the church. When they said like, no, man, like praying or go in the corner, be by yourself. Pray to you, and then pray to the Most High. Keep going.
Kind. That they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Let me tell you something. You want to be seen by men, you're going to get rewarded by men. And when you get rewarded by men, there's going to be a penalty you pay by men. All right. So these are the type of individuals we have to remember, we got to refrain from. All right. We're going to drop that. Let's go down to Matthew 15 and let's go 15 and 8. Like, I'm just going to try to load y'all up with some scriptures. And like I said, I got some videos I wanted to play. Con, I got you checking in, sis. Kadash. War, I got y'all. Bashwan. All right, Salaki. So I'm gonna play this next video. We're gonna talk about liars. We're finna talk about some liars. Cause they be lying. Go ahead.
Like kind of that last scripture we just read, that's kind of like see these snakes. he talking this and that, but then you see him in the videos with P. Diddy.
You know what?
P. Diddy get caught. Now you want to, you know what? Brothers and sisters, I'ma just resign and I'm gonna give my stuff to this person because you done got caught up in some stuff that you was trying to talk down on.
You got it right. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. How did I? It's been very quiet about the diddler. It's been very quiet about him. Ain't nobody said too much about him. You know what I'm saying? I forgot about all those who support him. Like we was on that, released the Epstein list. We don't see all those names that was on there.
Right.
We know what y'all was doing.
Right.
What about the diddler? All the diddler parties. It's crazy how now, like, with the diddler, people are always trying to say like, yeah, the like was it Marlon Wayans? Oh, I left before 2 o'clock. I left before it got too crazy. As if crazy come at a certain time.
Crazy.
Yeah, like no, he got crazy. You telling me the crazy is only happening at a certain time? No, soon they get there, is the craziness is happening. So that no, he was engaging because he's pro the LGBTQIA plus Rainbow Coalition. I think he has a Salakia about that. All right, so I got this video I'm about to play up in just a second. I had to skip that ad. But it's crazy because people always try to say what they're not a part of once they get caught. And they want to step down and still keep all of their possessions and their titles and all their glamour. But Christ talks about these hypocrites with these Christian nationalists, which I have yet another Christian nationalist who wants the Bibles and things to be mandated by the state to force people to do these certain types of farce with the beliefs of Christianity. As a matter of fact, let me read the article first. Look at this crap they're talking about. Join the fight. This nonsense they got right here. The college fix. It says conservative fearless debate group removed from Tennessee HBCU amid students uproar. Here's the key takeaways for the fearless debate, aka Christian nationalism. It says this group intentions to honor Charlie Kirk and hold debates were overshadowed by the backlash against slogans like DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now, leading to their escort from the campus by police. The Nashville NAACP criticized the group's actions as a deliberate attempt to disrupt a safe space for Black students. TSU President Dwayne Tucker announced an investigation into how the group accessed the campus, indicating plans for discussions with the students about the incident. All right, so here's the part I wanted to focus on right here. This part right here. It says, the group states they want to honor Charlie Kirk's memory. What did I say earlier? That Christian nationalism has been going on before Charlie Kirk came to got known for it, right?
Right.
Like I say, the term is new, the behavior is old. But since he got unalived, since he got deleted, you're gonna see more and more people want to be like Charlie Kirk to pick up his mantle. They basically make him a martyr. It says the group states they wanted to honor Charlie Kirk's memory by having a debate on college campuses. But critics say their unapproved visit, Make America Great hats, and inflammatory language, DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk. Was to blame for the ruckus reaction at the HBCU. But one, first of all, for the fearless debate, and for all the Caucasians out there, with the caucasity of these individuals, everyone knows when you go out to these universities, you have to have a process for you to be able to set up and do things. You have to speak with those who's running the university. They have to let their safety officers, aka security, or their campus police. You have to go through them. Public safety, you have to go through them to get things approved. They set up dates. They got to make sure they got it's a process. It's a due process. These Christian nationalists decided, aka fearless debate, decided they're just going to go up there with no due process. Had it been the other way around, somebody Black going up to a PWI. Oh, look at these hooligans over here. These thugs don't even want to do proper protocol and get the paperwork to sit down and have a dialogue, because we all know that the UPK says our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks about.
That's right.
Let's talk about it. We out here on the street corner. We don't need no paperwork for this. Come out here and talk to us. and we're here. They don't want to do that though. That seems like too much. That seems like that's a bit much. All right, so this is what this group is all about, which I'm gonna bring out the video real quick in case y'all haven't seen it. All right.
Provoke on our campus.
New tonight, chaos here at the Tennessee State University campus after a debate group visits the campus wearing MAGA hats and carrying signs against DEI and illegal immigration.
Fox 17 News' Karen Aguilar joining us from TSU tonight after speaking with both students and that debate group.
Most students I spoke with are calling the conservative group who showed up here at TSU hateful. That group tells me they were just trying to have civil discourse with the students and are accusing those who push back of inciting violence. Video shows spirited Tennessee State University students gathered around the Fearless Debates group. David Kate is a co-founder.
We went from a peaceful conversation with students to quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels.
Let me tell you something. First, he said they were starting violence. Did not one of them get touched or harmed? But he said they was doing violence. What's the definition of violence? Can you pull it up real quick?
Comments.
Go ahead. He said there was violence. He said they were doing violence, right? That's what he said. Go ahead.
This is at the Oxford Language Dictionary. Violence. Behavior involving physical force.
What?
Physical force.
Was they touched? Were they touched? They wasn't touched. They just said y'all have to leave. Read that part again.
Behavior involving physical force.
This is why our oppressor, the Caucasian race, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. They were not touched. He said they was promoting violence, physical force. Keep going.
Intended to hurt.
Keep going.
Danger or unalive someone or something.
And that's what he accused these students of doing. This devil right here. I'm gonna rewind it real quick. This devil, we got his name.
Conversation with students.
Him, that devil right there, said that the students was being violent towards them. No one touched them. TSU. Yeah, he's the founder of Fearless Debate, co-founder. You know,
it's crazy.
Go ahead.
It's crazy how they come with ill intentions and then try to play victim.
That's exactly what the devil does. And here's another thing. Well, I don't know how old it is, they don't age gracefully, but what appears, why do they have a desire to go up against kids, children? These are teenagers in early 20s.
There's somebody that's that is
they're not gonna stand a chance. Why don't you come up against the UPK? We got some teenagers. They know the truth. Come up against the UPK. Ask us some questions and let us talk to these Fearless Debate.
To quite literally a mob inciting violence against us.
He tells me they are trying to encourage debate on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder. The signs the group brought read, DEI should be illegal and deport all illegals now. Let's talk. TSU senior Layla Johnson was there when it all went down on Tuesday. What did you think about the group coming onto this campus with those signs?
I just feel like it was unnecessary. Like, why would you come to a HBCU with all that commotion knowing that we're going to say something about it? Like, they're just like insane.
Why did your group pick a historically black college to have this conversation?
Is there a reason why we shouldn't go to historically black colleges to have these conversations? We're not limiting who we want to go speak to based off their race, based off their gender.
The university is calling the group.
Go ahead.
So like right before they answered, I was gonna ask, like, why y'all didn't go to Harvard? Why y'all didn't go to Yale? Why y'all didn't go to one of these white colleges where it's mostly white people or Asians and stuff and have a debate with them?
Yeah, he said it was a mob inciting violence and none of them got touched. That's what the devil said. Now, I wanted to commend those students for not being the mob that he accused them of, and for definitely not being violent towards this devil or these devils. That's what he said they were doing, but they wasn't violent. They didn't touch him. He said, why shouldn't he? No, you're purposely trying to incite some things to spark something up because you didn't do this before Charlie passed. He didn't do this now that TSU did. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Basically, like we been saying, as like when Charlie Kirk first got on the live, they was trying to find a reason to say it was a Negro or Hispanic, just so they could have a reason to come in our communities and do the violent things to us. And they did that because it wasn't a black or Hispanic. They did that to try to make it, well, I know that they done already been shutting down the HBCUs, and now they are already kind of on edge. So let's go over here and try to rile them up a little bit more to make them do something so we can have something to accuse them of.
All right, so someone put in the chat, what is DEI? You know what the DEI stands for? We'll get you right. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion, which I'm gonna just share the screen. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is basically well, he got the def. You got to pull it up already?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is an AI overview. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, a framework and a set of initiatives designed to create workplaces and institutions where all people feel a sense of belonging, have fair access to opportunities, and can fully participate. Diversity is the presence of human differences.
So basically what DEI is saying that we should not look at someone's race and we should basically critique them based on their credentials. Meaning like if this person is smart and they have a GPA of a 4.0 and they done went to school and studied for this field, they should get the job based on what their skills, their intelligence, not because they're white or not because they're black or not because they're Asian. DEI just says the playing field should be equal. If you got the assets, if you got the skills to do something, you should have that job. That's what DEI basically is. Yeah, because Charlie Kirk pushed the agenda saying that because of DUI, they're forcing you to be diversity. So I mean, they're forcing you to now hire blacks and hire Asians and hire East Indians and stuff like that. They add all those others to that pool, but they're really talking about hiring blacks. So when he said if he saw a black pilot, he said that pilot isn't qualified. That's a DEI hire. You know, they forced them to go through diversity, like to be diverse.
Trying to make them take
take them up. So not even other tests. The thing is, with that is they're basically saying that man who become a pilot only got the job because of DEI and he was not qualified. DEI says that like, hey, y'all have to hire someone else.
Basically, when we go to try to get slavery out in the world, and they say that they can't discriminate on us.
You can't discriminate. Yeah, you got to go by the interview and the credentials and stuff like that. But Charlie Kirk says a DEI hire is a black pilot. He probably can't fly that plane, not knowing, or he is knowing rather, that you have to pass. That's a lot of tests you have to pass to become a pilot. It's very difficult to become a pilot. That's something that's serious. He make it seem like you're flipping burgers at McDonald's. You just pull anybody off the streets. No, you have to go to school for that.
Actions hostile and saying TSU students conducted themselves in a professional and respectful manner.
But he said there was a mob of violence.
Take a look at our last 6 stops, our first 6 stops. We have not had an issue like this whatsoever.
Layla believes they were not there for debate, but to provoke students.
I don't agree with it. Like, it's just nonsense.
All we did was set up a table.
The university says a group was escorted from campus. Kate denies that. He instead says they were taken away for safety. TSU adds they were not authorized on campus.
Are you guys going to continue to just show up to public universities if they don't answer?
Absolutely. It's our free speech. It's our these campuses have a free speech area. They're public universities.
The university declined to comment further, but the NAACP came out in support of the students. Reporting in
that's what they did. Let's go to Matthews 15:8. That's what we're about to do.
Okay.
This is your Christian nationalist. Let's go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew 15:8. This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth.
Oh man, we love God. We should be able to go on any university. We should be able to go on public property. We should be able to go on all these schools and teach the views of the Bible. Keep going.
And honor me with their lips.
Yeah, you talk a good game. Oh, well, some 3 or 4 just got done selling content. She got 15,000 just 1 week. Oh, God is good. Thank you, God. I love God. But she's still selling content. Keep going.
But their heart is far from me.
That drug dealer that just sold 2 keys said, man, thank you, God, that I ain't get pulled over today. God is with me. Your heart is far from the Most High. You say you love God, but you don't. Just like your superintendent saying they want a Bible in every classroom, and he's watching nude women from the 60s, vintage old women from the 1960s. Let me tell you something. Like, your heart is far from the Most High. Your heart is far from God. All right. Drop that. Give me Ephesians 6 and 10. Ephesians 6 and 10. Oh shit! Why go down this way? I don't know why I went down that far. But that's what they say. They always want to say like how much you love God, but you don't love the Most High. You don't follow the Most High.
Kind. This is the book of Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren.
Let me tell you something. Brethren all means you got to be kin. But one, if you're a Christian nationalist and you fall under the umbrella of non-Black, Hispanic, and Native American, this don't apply to you. You're not a brother. Keep going.
Kind. Be strong in the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And in the power of his might.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm finna get to that. Slovakia. The wiles of the devil. Let me tell you something. Those kids at TSU campus, the wiles of the devil, that's the tricks. They was not biting off fearless debate. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. He told, like, they saw the devil come up there. It says, we're not gonna let y'all trick us. So now, this is what I would like to see from TSU. And for those of us like them who agree with them standing up saying, get y'all asses out of here, let's make sure we do that to the drug dealer now. Let's make sure we do that to the immoral behavior of the Rainbow Coalition. Let's make sure we do that. We got to tell our sister, hey, for those of you who support financial dating, you ain't nothing but a prostitute, get your ass up out of here. And if you a brother who support financial dating, you get your ass up out of here too. Let's not stop with recognizing the devil as in our oppressor and him trying to trick us or promote violence, as he was saying. He's the real mob. He's the real devil. Let's make sure when we stand up against wicked, Let it be under all wicked. Get rid of the drug dealer too. He can't come around us. So you put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you might be able to stand up against the tricks of the devil. And they stood up against the trick of that devil. They were not going. They said, "No, we ain't having that. You're trying to start stuff. You mad about Charlie Kirk? That's y'all's problem. Go to y'all's university to push y'all's agenda. Leave us the hell alone." And he said they were not escorted off. Yes, you was. He said for their own safety. They surrounded you with their phones out recording you. Nobody touched that devil. He knew exactly what he was doing. But when you put on that whole armor of the Most High, you'll be able to stand up strong and firm and with honor and integrity. But he said, stand up strong that you go against the wiles of the devil. We ain't going for none of that nonsense. Lock you. They were not having it. And I want to commend those students for not being violent as how they try to push. For them not doing all this other nonsense, being violent and being a mob, and they're so aggressive. And they're using these trick words to insinuate violence. They're using these trick words. They're on code. A couple of weeks ago, I brought out black codes. They're using these words to make sure that they stay armed up, for them to entice, to get everyone riled up so they can go out and be violent and do harm to the Lord's chosen people. But these students is right here. Hold on, I'm trying to go to this. Let me go right back to it. Pause it. Go ahead.
It was really going back on the last scripture that we had that she was bringing up.
Come on, go ahead.
But that's it was saying how the Lord, he gonna bring vengeance on the sinners.
Go ahead. You gonna pull it up? You gonna bring it out?
Kind of bring it up. It's 12, 19.
So like I didn't mean to play that. Go back. While you pulling that scripture up, go ahead. But I just want to make sure I pause it right here. So they were saying, you see how he says "Make America Great" out on his MAGA hat, and these are some people who is promoting violence and an uproar, and how these students says, "Get your ass out of here." So with that MAGA hat, if you can identify him as someone that's been detrimental towards your people, as him being the devil, and you not falling for the wiles of the devil, do this to the drug dealer too. If he got on a MAGA hat, you say, "Get your ass out of here." If she got on a financial dating hat, she got to go. If she got on a rainbow hat, he got to go, or she got to go. If they trapping, they have to go. Let's make sure when we go up against the wiles of the devil, we got to go up against all of the wiles, all of the trick bag. We cannot be selective. So I commend y'all for standing up against this MAGA supporter. And let's also go up against the financial dating supporter. You found it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, 12 and 19.
Let me try to get that so they can read on the screen. Romans 12 and 19.
Okay.
So they can read with you.
And it fit that too, because even though they wanted to get at them, they ain't do nothing to them.
All right. Oh, absolutely. Okay, come on. Let's share this real quick.
Okay. This is the book of Romans, 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give rather give place unto your wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Let me tell you something. That's an excellent scripture, because that I can tell they wanted to whoop some ass over there. They wanted to, but vengeance belongs to the Most High.
Right.
Like, but rather give place unto wrath, it is written. Like, let the Lord have this.
Right.
He built this one up. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna build this one up so I can slaughter it."
Spirit had to be with Mr.
Yeah, they had to. Like, he said, "You know what? We're gonna stop. We want to give you the business. Like, let's go ahead and handle this real quick. This lightweight. Let's give me the smoke." But no, they knew exactly what to do. We ain't finna fall for the wiles of the devil. This a trick bag.
Right.
We ain't going. Yeah, so that's excellent. Reread that for the top real quick, and I'm in the class.
Kind of okay. This is the book of Romans. This is the book of Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
Let me tell you something. Let the Lord build up this oppressor. Let him get real high and mighty and strong, so he can repay him for all the evil and wickedness that he done to our people, for all of the lying and the unaliving and the identity thieving and all of the wickedness and all the drugs he puts to our community. Let the Most High repay him and destroy this filthy piece of garbage.
Right.
All right, so with that, I am priest and officer Daraki of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge of the ISUPK. That's the acronym under Commanding General Yohana. This is the Monday Night History class. So what is Christian nationalism? It's nothing but a new face for the Ku Klux Klan, a new face for the Quakers, a new face for the Pilgrims, a new face for what else other groups we got out there to be pushing these type of agendas? That Aaron heads like anybody who do wickedness but still say they love God. This is what this behavior is: Christian nationalism. It's no difference from your pastor today. All right, so with that, I end the class. Shalom, Israel.